going to conduct this session, and this will be for the benefit of the students who are aspiring to get admission in Italy for this year. And also they will be getting some idea that in the last moment, how they can cope up with the preparation and how they can revise things and how to execute their whatever they have practiced till now. The same things they have to execute on the test day. So that way it will be very much helpful when you people like experience having some last year, whatever you have faced. So this year there are some changes because you already know that Cambridge just denied to conduct the test from 2023 for IMAT. And just now in the month of August, by the month of end of July, they just announced that there will be the test, the same pattern, but the number of questions has changed. So they just removed almost 90% questions of GK. So only 2 questions for GK, 2 questions for English communication, and for 23 questions for biology, and 15 questions that is the same for chemistry, and almost 8 questions for physics, and 5 questions for mathematics, 5 questions for LR, logical reasoning. So the number of questions consist of the same, means that 60 numbers and 90 marks, 100 minutes, and minus 1/4. That will be the negative marking. So for this, how you started and how do you find that IMAT is a bit easier than NEET, that we understand. But the students who are facing this test, then whatever they are getting the score, that is not at par with their NEET preparation, I hope. So because the patterns are different. So regarding that, if you can just summarize the things, that how you started your preparation and what you find the best, that this way I could have finished, then it could have been the something different. No doubt you had good results. So I understand that it was a very nice experience the very first time you appeared, and you had a lot of challenges by then. So you had back-to-back exams, entrances. But as far as this personal kind of planning and strategy, whatever you had the last year, so you can discuss about them.
Okay, so my name is Kathy Vishwakarma, and today I'll just talk about a little bit about IMAT, of course, but because this year it's completely different, but not completely different. There were some tips and strategies that were given off to me last year when I was preparing for the exam, which now I will be giving on to you guys. So IMAT is very different. It's not the exact, you cannot base your knowledge and your fundamentals of NEET of various other exams on IMAT, because it's very different. The pattern is different, the questions are different, and you need to be religious and practice a lot for the exam. If we talk about last minute preparation, so in total, you need 6 months or 5 months to prepare for this exam. Nothing less, nothing more. You need to be religious. You need to practice every day to finish all the syllabus, all the topics of IMAT and the material that you chose to study for the exam. May it be IB or Pearson or Cambridge, the books. And what do you need to do? Now, if we talk about now, your exam is in the middle of October, right? So you have more or less a month and a half left to prepare and finalize your preparation for this exam. You need to know that this last month preparation, it's very crucial. It's very, very important. And you need to utilize this time as cautiously, as diligently as possible, because this part of your preparation is what's viable for the question of if you will make it or you will break it. Okay, so firstly, by this time, you need to be completely thorough with all these topics that you have done, okay? Firstly, do the past papers for IMAT from 2011 to 2022. It's a must that one solves them religiously with a timer on, and you do them sincerely. You need to correct all the things that you got wrong and study the topic again, skim through the topic again, and do a different paper. Some people tend to solve a lot of past papers since day one. And if you do that, that's good too. But if you're still not thorough, do them again. If you're thorough with the papers, I suggest, secondly, yes, you go for BMAT questions. BMAT and IMAT, their pattern, the exams, the questioning, it's very similar. So preparing for BMAT questions is indeed at par with solving IMAT questions for practice, okay? And thirdly, what you need to focus on during the last month is please find the way that you will be the most confident and comfortable in attempting the paper. There are various ways that you can attempt the paper. I know a few, I'll name it if it'll help you guys. So when you enter the exam, you'll be very high on adrenaline. You'll be very focused. You'll be high on energy. So if you go ahead and attempt the part that you find the most hard, do it first, then go ahead and attempt the easier topics and subjects of the exam. In that way, your head will be more aligned. You'll be able to focus and you'll be able to do the questions that you usually find very difficult a little easier than attempting the easier part first. Or you can go ahead and do the easier questions first and then attempt the ones that you find difficult later. So my suggestion is practice, practice, and practice with different ways. Find the one that you find the most viable, that you're most comfortable in, so that you will have that sense of familiarity when you go and attempt that paper on the exam day. Even though there are a few formalities that are pre-exam and post-exam, you will know what to do on the main event of that day, right? And
Yeah,
lastly,
just interrupting. Actually, for that, whatever you said, like pre-exam and post-exam. So for that, what we are giving the service that last year I couldn't manage for all the students because it was our first time, so it was not in that streamlined. But what I'll do this year, that my career Pathshala students, whosoever are there, actually the institute name is Merit Pathshala. So whosoever the students are preparing with us, they will be taken to the center for the proxy real test exam. So wherever the test is in the hotel in New Delhi, especially in New Delhi. So that place only we will book the hall, the same place, and we'll take the students to practice at least 2-3 times. Means the whole week we will be having the test. So that is our plan. So see, accordingly we can proceed with that. Yeah.
Okay, so
please.
With that, you will have the cutting edge. If Merit Pathshala, if you go attend in Merit Pathshala's trial exams, you will have the cutting edge. So, and lastly, just correct and learn the questions that you got wrong, skim the topics again, and try your very best until the last second to attempt the questions, read the questions, and just do your best. That's it. That's all you need to be. You need to be diligent, you need to be consistent, and you need to practice. That's it.
Exactly. Thank you so much. And just one last, it's my personal query that whenever you talk about like approaching the question, the difficult part and the easier part, so it should be the personal thing. Means I'm not just correcting you, but it could be the personal that how you strategize during your preparation when you are preparing for the each and every sectionally when you are going through the subjects, and it depends. Like in biology, you have more confidence. But some of the topics could be there some DNA or RNA, like those topics. I'm not the master of the subject, but I understand that some of the topics that could be problematic for you. So you should be in out of comfort zone, that you should tackle those difficult part first. So that could give you more boost, and you could be more motivated to just solve the problems where you are stuck in. So exactly means literally where you are stuck. So you have to means allow yourself to just come out of that cocoon, so that you can face off with the difficulties. And you should practice like that only, so that you can execute that strategy on the test day. So it's not about like mugging up, or you are crumbling with the problems and everything. You are just rote learning. It won't work there. So as far as I understand, because I had been up to 10th level, it was my this ICC board. So the same thing, IB board is there. So the syllabus, I understand the topics and the subject matter. So regarding that, I understood that the questions are very much conceptual. It's not direct. And we also had practiced at means whatever I have practiced till the 10th standard in the science subject especially. So that was not comparable with the CBSE or the NCERT by then. I'm talking about before 2000. So by then it was not at par with this, means NCERT were not at par with this ICC. So from there only I had just framed this in my mind, that if student is not having the concept clear and they are not practically just solving the questions, then it's not that possible to just solve the questions at random. And second thing, that how to approach the subject. This could be again means your strategy, whatever you have finalized a plan for the particular subject. So it should be in practice till the last day you leave your table. So that is from my side. So whatever the students are facing, whatever they are planning, whatever they have been up to, means burning their lamps overnight and these months, so they couldn't understand it well. But this is from my side, that they should practice that thing first. And how you should just one more query, that how you suggest for time management, because it's very crucial.
Okay, yeah. Time management, because, okay, I will speak about so it's also because sometimes when you prepare initially, whatever you studied and you did by your own is the ultimatum. It's mostly not what when you get external help from a teacher, they put light on various other aspects of IMAT and how else you can improve. So as you know, last year I joined Mbbs Pathshala's coaching. I had gotten an immense help with the logical reasonings and as well as the general knowledge part. And knowing the fact with time management, it's very hefty because the documentation process for IMAT is also very, very hefty. You need to get a DOV, you need to pre-register for university, and there are various other documentations. And even at the end of the day,
documentations are there. Yeah, so that is also different.
Yes, and by the end of the day, you are still left with 60 other different things to do. And with the process, with the documentation and everything, you kind of compromise your consistency and your time management kind of wavers. So this is why I wanted to say, if you find IMAT coachings, it is a very, very, very good help, because with coaching, you will be consistent, you will be able to manage and have goals. And at the end of the day, you will see a lot of different perspectives of attempting the IMAT exam as well. So even if you have your entire schedule ready to prepare for the exam, you have your goals ready to prepare for the exam, if you go for an IMAT coaching, it gives you the cutting edge. Last year, I had coachings from Pathshala, and it helped me a lot. If I ever struggled with even one question, I could go ahead and ask right away and clear my doubts. So it's either you can, and I know this year because you can enroll yourself to study sciences as well now with Merit Pathshala, so which solely focuses on IMAT syllabus as well. And it is by far, IMAT is really, trust me, mark it, it is by far very different from the type of exams which are usually conducted in India. And with the coachings, they make sure you have that cutting edge to your preparation as well. You will have no other doubts. When you're done with the exam at the end of the day, you will know that you tried your best if you also go for coachings as well. And yes.
So again, it's very much appreciable that you do remember the things last year, whatever you have experienced. And I think just as an aspirant of medical science, so what do you suggest? Going Italy, is it is feasible for the Indian students or not?
It is very much feasible. If you do pass IMAT, I believe Italy's medical universities, they are higher, they're ranked very high. If you look up the rankings for various other medical universities in India as well, and compared to the universities in Italy, they're ranked very high. They're globally recognized as well, which is a very good thing too. And when it comes to being feasible, it is very feasible. If you can pass the exam, if you can score a seat, you're good to go. And I know Merit Pathshala also helps with IELTS and learning Italian as well. So yes, you're good to go. As long as you study, you work hard and get that seat, you're good to go.
Yeah, the unique means the whole process is very much unique because our medical science, if you see at par with the UK and USA, there are a lot of processes, and it's not about that the first year you are going to get admission in the MBBS course only. Apart from that, you'll have also the language issues in other European countries. So it's not like for English medium, it is not that means that economical for the Indian students, for every parent. It's not that economical in other countries. And also post MBBS, when you have planned for USMLE or UK PLAB, that is different scenario. But that is because that is the highest level. So you have to reach there if you are consistent with your performance whole years, the whole course duration. You have to be consistent. But when you don't have any contingency plan, that is the backup plan, whatever we talk about. So if you don't have to crumble around these things, then India is only the option when you have returned to India and just prepare again for the next or whatever it will be there. So you have to take the support of Indian system again. So for that purpose, NMC guidelines, whatever they have just published in 2021 November, so that is very much significant for all the MBBS aspirants going abroad. In that context, Italy is having everything, those whatever the guidelines are there, the rules are there, it is being fulfilled totally. That is English medium, the 6 years of program, and thirdly, there are licensing exams, and also you are eligible to do the job there as a general physician. So all these facilities and the regulations, these are being fulfilled by the Italian public universities, and it is also mentioned in their official website It's not about that a consultant like us who is explaining these things without any proof. It is in their website. So what after MBBS or medicine course you will get? They clearly mention these things, that you will be eligible to do the job here. You will be eligible to do the PG course here. You will be eligible to go for PhD, whatever you wish to have. So only fulfilling the criteria, you are eligible not only in Italy, but also in other 27 countries of European Union. Apart, they do have California ECFMG accreditation. So you are quite eligible to appear for USMLE in the year fourth year only you can have that. So all these things are making significant that Italy is the best choice in today's scenario. No doubt, India is the best place for the medical science as far as the practicals are concerned, the patient footfalls are concerned. But if we talk about the budget, if we talk about the competition level and post medicine, this bachelor's course of medicine, what are the major options? So there it is not at par with Italy again, India, if we compare India with Italy. Because only few options you would be finding here. And the competition level is very, very highest. Means it's cutthroat. So you cannot compare the whole. I'm not talking about some exceptions. But yes, some of the students who are in that league, they are most welcome to join AIMS Delhi. They are most welcome to join MMC Safdarjung, no doubt. But the general students who are just 2-3 questions behind, they are not having that much of score, so they are not good student. It's not justified. So for them, I must say that you can again look forward to the option like Italy. So this would be golden words from the students who are having these experiences, who are there in Italy or somewhere in the other parts of the world, like in UK, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore. So everywhere, students are only the torch bearer of the junior students. So thank you so much. And it was a very, very the pleasure of mine that you came here and just suggested some you advised. And for the students who are just aspiring to go to Italy this year, so it will be very much productive for them. I hope they would perform positively to get a seat in Italian Public University this year. And for you also, we wish that you just do your best in your future endeavor. And also you just be in touch with us, because we also require your suggestions on time interval. And if you require any kind of assistance, we are there for you. Not only during your MBS course, but post that too. So thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.